What's up, Constellation Staging Screen? And probably Seth. All right, so where am I right now? So I'm in the shop. Another Revolution is finished. I have a deck put in right now for another show we're working on. And so I assembled your set, but it's in two pieces. All right, let's start. All right, here's downright. I'll walk around the back in a second. This is going to come to you in one piece. It's a corner. Doorway flat. Door is going to come separate. All right, let's look at the trim. So the baseboard here, chair rail, picture rail. I have this trim, I just haven't put it on yet. They're going to come loose so that when you get in the theater, after you install this all together, you can play connect the dots. And then these here, depending on where the door sits, the opening for the door is a little bit bigger. So I'll talk to you that about a second, but you may have to trim the baseboard and the chair rail. I've cut them ever so slightly long. You're going to use two 4x6 stock platforms. This little section of the wall E sits on top of it. I've got a little wall plug here that sits underneath. Okay, so you can use stock platforms. This will have a piece of half round nosing on it. I'll also send you a piece of facing that'll go across the front of all three little platforms. Windows. All right, I'm sending you the windows separate. Three of them have the holes drilled in it for the bottom sash. All the holes for the outlets are already cut out. I'm sending you a baggie with face plates, etc., etc. Still have to cut the light switch here. All right, for this upstage wall, this corner here, the trim is attached to that. That corner is one V-shaped flat. When you get in the space after you put it together, you're going to play connect the dots between this piece of chair rail and the other piece of chair rail. Same thing with the picture rail, all the way up top. All right, the window trim, I've bradded and epoxied the corners together, so you're going to get three frames. Paint them, put them up, shoot them in. Here's that upstage, downstage wall. Here's the grate. Goes up and down. Back of it, this piece of Luan backing is just screwed in case you have to take it off. I don't know. The back rail for the that little upstage piece of 1x right there, that's just bradded in case you want to pull it off to paint it and then put it back in. All right, so the door, you're going to screw the flat here in this center hole. And then I pre-drilled you some other spots to put in some other screws. So you're going to put that in. And then there's a little bit of space here. You may have to shim it when you get in the space because that floor can be crazy in that theater even though it was leveled out. All right, this corner inside, you're just going to screw together. You can use my existing screw holes, is going to be great. How it's going to show up is door flat. This last 3 3/4 inches is just a piece of Luan. It overhangs this frame. You're going to have to shoot it in with some brads when you get in the space. It's going to show up with a traveler on it. Do your best to protect it. All right, here's A and B flat. They're coming together. Here I just have them clamped together. But you're going to get some 2-inch screws and screw these two stiles together all the way up. All right, here we're down left. This down left wall, this is a corner. They're put together. They're made as one unit. And then there's this 4-foot flat here. This is the only seam on this wall. All right, right now that chair rail is just bradded in. All right, that's going to come loose. Baseboard's going to come loose. Picture rail's going to come loose. Shoot them in with some brads when you get in the space. Here's the back of that. The stage left walls I've labeled H1, H2, H3, but H2 and H3 are made this one flat. Bolt seam. Use the bolts from the wall in Christmas Story. Upstage wall. All right, from G and F, they're a corner. They're one flat. All right, you're gonna screw in from H to G with some 2-inch screws. All right, this upstage wall I'm calling E. E is 2 bottom flats, 3 middle flats, and 1 long top flat. We have drilled bolt holes. Use the same bolts from the wall in Christmas Story. This corner here, from E to F, 2-inch screws, style to style. So on this side here, you're gonna have the wall, whatever, it's that wall right there with a little vent thing in it. You're gonna screw this way, style to style. That'll be it. I don't think you'll need a jack back here, but you're gonna find out. If you're gonna put a jack, you probably jack it in the middle of this wall. This is one flat right here. All right. And the trim around the windows, just shoot them in. Equal space all the way from the inside of the trim to where the window starts. It's roughly 3/4 of an inch or something like that all the way around. Okay, when this all breaks down, you should put it above the bathroom in the shop. Well, when you get it. All right, thank you.